between Star Wars. The sequences that they did are high action, huge ice crystal sequences.
We previously worked on Star Wars Episode 1. This is the sequence at the end of the film when our good guy spaceship is trying to finally discover the Titan. And there were some great storyboards of it, and then there was some stuff that I wanted to try some different ideas with. When we build the sequence, we've got final shots like this mixed with animatics like this. Because we only want to work on a shot in the final form if we know that we need it. The environment was given to us, which was this ice crystal environment, and we loved that because it allowed us to play this cat and mouse reflection game rather than just a chase. One day we got a brainstorm that we should have these crystals that they're constantly moving around and being kind of dangerous. Two of them collide with each other, and that forms a cavern around the ship. So that allows us to have a motivated way that the Phoenix gets in there, and we can play over all of our games with all the 1,000 images. We had this crystal cavern that was around them, constantly closing in during the course of the scene, just to heighten the danger a little bit. And what you get at the end of the whole thing is a blueprint for the entire sequence, because you get to play with spaceships. It's the closest thing to being an astronaut I can do.
Animated films have a more difficult challenge in some respects because you have no guide, and so it demands a certain amount of creativity in the initial phase as to, you know, what are we going to do with this? And a big part of that is sending folks out to record out in the field. We went to one of the Blue Angels air shows. One of the stunts that they did was to blow up a bunch of old gasoline. These guys, as nuts as they are, got really close to this and came up with a very concussive blast. The ice crystal scene, I was looking to do two different things. One, I was looking to sonically let the audience feel the size of these immense crystallized ice forms as they move by us and ultimately crash into each other and start breaking apart. At the same time, I felt that these ice crystals had a character, that they really were unto themselves a character within the film. And so I wanted to give them a voice. I started playing with rock breaks and the sound of ice breaking on a frozen sheet of ice, and I would break it with my foot. At one point when I was skiing, I woke up one morning and found it was very, very dry, and the snow had the most strange, squeaky quality to it. So I went out with my recorder in the morning, and I started doing things with my pole, where I stabbed my pole into this dried snow and then slowly let it... This sound here was the sound of my feet on this ice sheet slowly breaking, and it gives you this very crunchy quality.
We wanted bands to actually sit down and write songs for this piece. Electricity wrote a song called Cosmic Castaway, which really sets up our character of Kale. Texas talked about the picture, and I ended up writing a song with them. When Kale understands what it really is like to be human, it's a very sweet moment in the picture. I can Lit ended up writing for a scene. Our hero, Kale, decides he can repair the ship. Lit came up with this wonderful song called Over My Head.
My name is Jeremy Popoff. I'm the guitar player for the rock group Lit. There was this movie, this animated movie that was coming out in the summer, and they were interested in having us write a song for it.
Kind of get the inspiration from the movie and pretty much write the song like you would any other Lit song.